Ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight to another edition of NASCAR 06 Total Team Control. We have a Truck Series doubleheader for you guys on the channel this evening, and we are going to start off with the first race at the Milwaukee Mile, and then race number 2 will be at the Texas Motor Speedway. It's the 9th and 10th races of the season out of 25. Yes, we are almost halfway home. At the end of tonight's race, we'll have just 15 races to go into crowning a champion in the season-long points format on the custom scheduled Truck Series season. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we get into tonight's coverage. 50% races for both races today, so that means this first race at Milwaukee is going to be 100 laps rather than 200, so it is not going to be very long. Sense of urgency will be on. We'll be starting last without practice or qualifying in both races tonight as well, so we'll see how our driver, Ricky Craven, will do. Craven comes in with the points lead into this first race. We'll see if he can hold it through both races tonight. Green flag is going to be in the air, and we're underway at the Milwaukee Mile. Chase Montgomery on the pole for the second straight race, coming off a runner-up finish at the Levi Strauss Signature Speedway last night, and we'll see if he can get the job done today. Mark DeMars, Blub, Dark Crypto, Asai Z, and others welcome into the stream. Craven already going to the bottom, 3 wide into turn 3. Gonna back out of it. He did not want to be 3 wide turn 3 in the opening lap without practice or qualifying. So he is just going to sit in line behind everybody else off of turn 4. Montgomery leads lap 1 at the start-finish line. Craven checking up early into the corners. A lot of stacking up going on in the middle of turns 1 and 2 this time. Craven will get to the inside, 3 wide. They're still stacking up middle and the outside. They'll be picking up a couple positions. It is jam-packed right now at the back of the pack. Thought I was going to run into the truck in front of me. I don't know how I didn't, to be completely honest. 2 laps in. A lot of lane changing going on. Fight for the bottom is there, and already into the inside wall into turn 1 for Craven. Checked up so early that it was so easy to turn the truck on entry. Knocked him up the racetrack a little bit. And now he's stuck on the outside lane with Chad Chafin in the 30 truck underneath him. Craven trying to keep the momentum up. Had to lift. Keep it off the wall, off turn 4. Trying to get to the bottom. There was a hole there. He's going to go for it. And he's got it. And quickly put the bumper to the truck in front of him as he gets back underneath. Chafin stuck on the outside as well. And Craven's right back into 32nd again. Michael Turner, Patrick Chatterley, thanks for tuning in. Doubleheader sweep, we'll see. Now, sorry to take away from that Xfinity Series race. I would have loved to have done live commentary for it, but unfortunately I was at work and didn't get home until obviously just a little bit ago, so hence the NASCAR 06 stream tonight. There is a change of plans, though. I will be doing live commentary for the Cup race tomorrow. I'll put it in the community tab later tonight as well as tomorrow, likely. Depending on how many likes it's going to get. Trouble off of turn 4. One truck got turned. I think that might have been the 6 rather of Ron Hornaday. He saved it. I don't know how he did, but he got clipped in the left rear quarter panel. They stacked up, and then Craven ended up making contact with the truck in front of him and then hit the inside wall in the front stretch and fell all the way back to last again. Bottom lane opening up quickly, and he gets 3 of those spots back in one corner. He knows he's faster than these trucks at the back of the field. This track's a lot more narrow than New Hampshire. Too deep of a dive that time. Craven got into the truck in front of him, and then he ended up shooting up the track into the 110. Craven struggling on these tight confines at Milwaukee today. My point exactly. It's only 100 laps, too. This is not a long race. Likely a one-stopper, I'd have to imagine. It's an accelerated pit window. So these guys will not be able to make it on fuel without pitting. Davion West, thanks for tuning in. Ninth place finish at Levi Strauss Signature Speedway last night for Carl Edwards. Got wrecked by the 121 truck. took him out of a shot to win as he fell lap down, got back in the lead lap late in the race, but can only get back into the top 10 barely. Overdrove turn 1 again. There's a fine line that you have to hit on the timing into the braking zone. It's a lot more difficult to time out here than at New Hampshire. Track's more narrow on both the straightaways and in the turns. Especially in turn 1 where you have that inside wall, the extension of pit lane. Craven trying to go up, side draft the 119. He's going to drive it in deep into turn 3. And makes another pass on the 137 as well. Montgomery has led the first 11 laps at the front of the field. He dominated the early going of last night's race and actually ended up leading the most laps, but again finished in second. Yeah, I will definitely be watching that University of Michigan State game later on. Go Blue! That's all I got to say about that. Hope for the best. Big run for Craven. He's going to have to go to the outside in turn 1, though. He had such a big run that he had to basically go high if he was going to stay in the gas on the straightaway. Holds the outside pretty well through turns 1 and 2. He's trying to get back down to the bottom, but he's not going to be able to do it this time into turn 3 either. Trying to get to the inside, he does. He was able to cross over at the 68 truck. That worked out perfectly. Until I jumped Kevin Harvick. And caution's out. Well, that's unfortunate. I overdrove the corner again, and I ended up actually clipping Kevin Harvick in the left rear corner panel, and Harvick goes into the wall pretty hard. Back down the track, it got clipped by a couple other trucks, unfortunately. Innocent bystanders in that one. Our first caution of the night is out. And I feel terrible for junking Kevin Harvick. Oh, jeez. That looked like Chastain when he did to Hamlin at Gateway. I did not mean to do that, though. It's going to bunch the field back together, although they were already pretty much bunched together. Maybe not so much at the front of the field, but mid-pack on back, there was nothing but being bunched together every single lap. NASCAR and Chips Ahoy. Let's see that. Chips Ahoy is the most... I feel like they're very underrated. Nobody ever talks about Chips Ahoy. I feel like Oreo is like the go-to for most people. Chips Ahoy, great chocolate chip cookie. Contact with Kevin Harvick again. Harvick lined up right behind him on the restart. Craven can't get down into the inside though, and Harvick stuck 3 wide on the top. Craven got to keep it off the wall off turn 4. He's in the 23rd place position right now. He's able to get back to the bottom. Oh, man, one truck hard into the wall back there. As we've got another wreck. They hit the inside wall going into the corner. Craven did too, but that was a wild ride for the 68. And back into traffic again. Similar to how Harvick ended up backing into traffic when he spun in 1 and 2 on the first yellow. That was a hard hit. I don't know who came in there and cleaned him out, but that was a hard hit. And we are under caution for the second time already today. Kyle Weatherman was as high as 5th earlier. Wow. That's impressive. Green flag back in the air. I wonder if we're going to see any debris cautions. Green flag laps chipping away. Craven trying to hold the inside. Man, turn 1 is so difficult in this racetrack, I'll be able to tell you. Because they almost want to send it off too early, and then I get close to that inside wall, and I have to kind of let the truck go up the hill. And Craven's going to lose 2 spots on this restart. Fall from 23rd to 25th. Right back in line. We're almost a quarter of the way home with this first race. Craven's still stuck in the back half of the field. Going to get around the 133. Not going to happen. about halfway on fuel right now for Ricky Craven, so he's not even pacing to make it on one stop in this race, which is definitely concerning. I think he's going to consider pitting if we get another caution, knowing it's going to be a two-stopper for him anyway. The way it's looking, at least. Contact with the 178. Great corner by Craven. Terry Cook, who won last night's race at the Levi Strauss Signature Speedway, currently in the 19th place position. First lap after the restart, not so great for Ricky Craven. After that, though, not so bad. He's going to go 3 wide to the bottom into turn 3. Makes the pass. And just ran his fastest lap of the race. No contact that time in turns 1 and 2. Really, the last lap and a half, contact-free for Craven. I was expecting a one-stop race today, though, but not a 2. It looks like 2 is looking pretty likely. I don't know about 3 stops. Be interesting to see if anybody can stretch this into one stop with the cautions we have had, especially if we continue to see more. Craven working himself up to 15th. Side-by-side traffic behind him. We'll transfer to the 50 truck of Todd Kluver. Kluver in the 9th place position right now. First field pass of race 1. Kluver looking to make a pass into turn 3. Not going to happen. Got the 121 truck right behind him. Kluver halfway out of gas right now as well. Side by side with the trucks in front of him. Going up the hill just a bit. A lot of bottom open. Kluver's going to try to take advantage of it down on the inside. He's in position to make the passes. We'll go back to Ricky Craven, who is up to 12th now. Overdrove the corner. Made a little contact with the 121 truck. That's alright. I'm okay with making contact with the 121 after last night. And he completely dumped Ricky Craven. And he also dumped Todd Kluver as well in the race. Those were the only 2 cautions of the entire race. So 121 truck dumping both of the Roush Fenway trucks in the field. Into the wall, off turn 4. Craven's going to lose a spot. The famed Freak truck is in the game. Oh, I think you're talking about one of the fantasy sponsors, right? Could be wrong on that. Go back to the 50 truck again. I'm curious, though, if maybe Kluver's a little bit more likely to make it on one stop than Ricky Craven is. Definitely going to be interesting. Kluver currently in 7th. We'll go 2 laps with him. Like everyone's doing 2 stops. It'll definitely be interesting if that would be the case or not. Chase Montgomery's absolutely pulling away from the field. He's led all 36 laps so far. When we get back to the start-finish line, it'll be the 36th lap complete. Even Kluver's 3 seconds off the lead in 36th. As he closes on the 120 truck of John Hamilton as he sits in line right behind him at the start-finish line. Kluver just ran his fastest lap of the day. Quarter take a gas lap for the 99 of Craven. Kluver was not quite to that point yet. Big bump draft on the back straightaway for Craven to the 107 truck in front of him. Trying to push him along. On the straightaway, we've got some trucks pitting off of turn 4. Definitely early to be pitting. Craven is going to squeeze his way into 7th. Narrowly makes the pass. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Chris Fontaine, he isn't in this game. I think I watched that. Was it a NASCAR Man episode, or was it a Brock Beard? Either way, I think Brock Beard was doing the narration for it. I didn't recognize it by the name. Alright, so lap 40. I'm more confident that it's going to be a 2-stop race. If we see anybody go 50 laps, though, it's going to be very, very difficult to make it. Craven out in front, though, right now. Chase Montgomery got a pit from the lead. As will pretty much everybody in the top 5 in front of Craven. 5 bonus points for Ricky Craven leading his first lap of the race. That is why he stayed out. So he'll pit this time by. Want to stay out to get that lap led. 2-stop race today. You know what? Actually, we're going to stay out. I've got a strategy call that we're going to make for the 99 truck here. He's got some clean air to work with for really the first time today as well. Although Craven's going to have to pit very soon anyway. We're going to go fuel only on this first stop. And then we're going to short pit the second stop whenever the tires start to fall off. So we got to make sure not to lock those tires up off of turn 4. So definitely some pit strategy for Craven to try to make up this track position. He hasn't been in the top 10 on speed all day today. He's been as high as 12th before the pit stop started. So it's going to be a fuel-only stop for Ricky Craven. Try to gain some positions this way. And as he makes his way into the pits off of turn 4, he is in, did not lock the tires up. Again, no adjustments, full tank of fuel. And then Craven's going to try to work his way right back onto the racetrack again. What am I doing? Calling out my strategy. 10 seconds to fuel the race truck up. Chafin's still in the pits. I think he might have blown a motor. And up onto the racetrack goes Ricky Craven. He's going to have the lead through turns 1 and 2. Well, he definitely gained track position for right now. Now he's going to try to put himself in position to hopefully make a fast 4-tire stop a little bit later in this race. And we'll see if the clean air is going to be king. These are the first laps. Chase Montgomery has not led today. And it's for Ricky Craven leading on the strategy, staying out 3 laps longer than pretty much anybody else in the field. Going fuel only, and now he's in the lead again. Or I should say remains in the lead. The truck does handle well in clean air, I'll say that much. Obviously, he's not going to be as fast on these older tires But we'll see how this is going to pan out. We'll alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in this first race tonight. He's got to keep that truck on the bottom. And try to force Chase Montgomery to put some extra pressure on him. Montgomery taking it kind of easy right now. He knows he's got the fastest truck in the field. And he's got fresher tires than Craven, but at the same time, he takes too long. It's going to be a good chance for some trucks further on back to have a chance to catch up to these two. I'll tell you what, if this works out, what a brilliant strategy call to try to get to the lead. They're even gapping him through 1 and 2. I was going to say, even on older tires, those 3 laps before I pitted, the first laps I had with any sort of clean air in this race, I felt very comfortable. There's one thing Craven has done well in this race, that's take care of his tires. Giving a nice couple truck length gap over Montgomery in the 18. Montgomery closed in quite a bit on the entry into turn 1 that time, but Craven still backs the corner up well enough. Montgomery didn't run all the way along the inside as well as Craven did. This is the first Chase Montgomery's had to sit behind another car the entire race, so his truck may be handling a bit different than what it was earlier in the race as well. I have to say, so far though, the strategy call is seeming very good for Ricky Craven. I don't know that he would have been able to make up 5+ seconds on speed. It's just a matter of will these tires be able to hold on. And obviously, the longer he holds on to the lead, the more of a chance he's going to have of staying out quite a bit longer. Chase Montgomery definitely putting pressure on Ricky Craven right now, but Craven's not budging whatsoever. We're down to just 48 laps to go in this race. Everybody's going to have to pit one more time. One of the only 2-stop races this season, and who would have thought it was going to be in a 50% race? Guess that accelerated pit window might have allowed for something like that to take place. Although in the other 2 50% races we've had so far this season, that wasn't the case. They were both 1-stop races. Our second race of the night at Texas, I would have to imagine, is going to be a 1-stop race as well. Although I guess you never know now. Great corner for Craven. Arced it off perfectly into the corner. Even struck bottoming out a little bit in the middle of the corner. Not sure what that was all about. Not like the air pressure is set too low. At this point in the run, that air pressure is built quite a bit, considering, again, he didn't take tires under that first stop. Get this track position, get to the lead. Trying to keep the clean air. Chase Montgomery with a run off turn 4. And a block going to be thrown by Craven. Down on the inside. Montgomery into the inside wall. Up into the outside wall as he overruns the corner. Montgomery's going to lose second place. He's going to fall in line in third as he throws a block on the back straightaway to try to hang on and keep from losing any more positions than what he already lost there. It was a clean block by Craven. Montgomery just overdrove the corner and made his first mistake of the night. And now it's just over a 1 second lead for Craven at the front of the field with 43 to go. Montgomery looking low off turn 2, trying to get back to second. Not sure who that is in second now. Looks like it may be John Hamilton, but I'm not entirely sure. Yep, Truck Series will be coming back to the Milwaukee Mile next year. For a playoff race, too. Round of 10 playoff race next summer. Second race of the round after IRP. Yeah, Montgomery's still in third. Gangdadine, thanks for tuning in. I have to say, though, Ricky Craven, with 39 laps to go, as of right now, his crew is looking like a bunch of geniuses. Because this was a great strategy call to take fuel only, and he is pacing very well. First time he's had track position all day in this race. And because he's on older tires anyway, I mean, he might as well just stay out as long as he can at this point. Again, unless the tires start to really, really wear off. Then he could choose to make a change. But for right now, no reason to. We're going to alternate through the different camera angles one more time in this race. Halfway on fuel right now for the 99 of Craven at this point in the run. It's holding on very well, though. Still out to about a 6 to 7 tenths of a second lead heading into 3 and 4, and they'll be coming around for 37 laps to go this time by. Tire's still in the green on the tire wear indicator. Todd Kluver coming into the pits. I think we've got some drivers pitting right now for the second time. And in the 50 truck, Todd Kluver is one of them. Quite a few drivers inside the top 10 seem to have pit, at least looking at the track map. Caution is out. And we're going to have to see pit stops under the caution flag, which is not what Ricky Craven wanted there, because this strategy was playing out well for him. It looks like a piece of debris has fallen off the 119 truck, bringing out our third caution of the night. Craven pulled a P-Shat Motorsports call. You would have made that call? Tyler Burback, thanks for tuning in as well. Well, time to pit. Final time. Money stop. And there's some trucks on pit road that did not go a lap down yet that will cycle to the lead. So this is going to be very interesting, putting this 99 back in traffic again. But now he has a chance to put 4 fresh tires on it, and it's up to the pit crew to have a good stop. We'll see how good they do. And the trucks that stayed out were those that were already on pit road when the caution came out. And there's a mistake on the right front tire changer. Huge issues with that right front tire trying to get it onto the race truck. And look at the time. He is losing 19.2 seconds stop. A slow one for Ricky Craven's crew. And it's going to put him back in traffic on a late race restart. That is not something you wanted, because that strategy call looked like it was going to pan out, but that third yellow came out at an inopportune time. He's going to restart in 6th. Shigeki Hattori will be the leader on the restart. Everybody's still in the lead lap. Green flag back in the air with 33 to go at Milwaukee. 107 truck into the inside wall going into the first turn. And now he's going to go way up the racetrack. He's going to lose multiple positions and try to fight for the bottom. Terry Cook gets around him for 7th, and Hornaday looking to make a pass, and we've got trouble off of turn 2. Caution is out for the 4th time. And I believe it was more debris. A hood has fallen off of one of the fantasy trucks in the middle of the pack. So caution's out for debris. And we'll have another single file restart coming up. Well, we'll try it again. Yeah, good race going. Start off our doubleheader tonight. Still got a 50% race at Texas after this. Same stream, won't have to go anywhere. Green flag back in the air again. Traven will try it. 29 laps to go at Milwaukee. Craven blocking Terry Cook. Cook doesn't get into the inside wall. Craven just stays down in front of him. That was a great corner from Terry Cook. Craven kept it on the bottom just enough. And Hattori hangs on to the lead on the restart. Hornaday will make the pass that time on Chase Montgomery. Craven trying to back the corner up. It's been so hard to pass all day long. Costly mistake by the pit crew on this 99 team. Lost, I believe he was 4th out of the pits. And the top 2 still in the lead lap when the caution came out. Craven on the inside of Chase Montgomery now. And Montgomery's about to fall outside the top 5 after dominating the first half of the race. Big corner for Craven. Gets by the 18. Gets underneath the 04 Bobby Hamilton as well. And clears him from 4th place off turn 4 with a clean pass. Hornaday's gone from 5th to 3rd on the restart. Craven now from 6th to 4th. Great corner by Ricky Craven. He gets into the 6. Moves him up the racetrack. Up into the wall goes Hornaday. And Craven to 3rd. Hornaday right back to 6th place again. Craven shot the corner in the middle and completely overdrove it right into the left rear of Hornaday. Good job to keep from wrecking it. Craven's ran a little too low in 1 and 2. At least it's after the inside wall, but not having perfect set of corners. Now Hattori's on with the clean air. Nobody has passed the leader during green flag action all day today. Ricky Craven have anything for the 2 trucks in front of him. Great corner through 1 and 2. John Hamilton, Shigeki Hattori, Carl Edwards. Ricky Craven, not Carl Edwards. And the 99. Got confused there for a second. Those are your top 3. And Bobby Hamilton, Chase Montgomery after that. Craven looking low. Into turn 1. Couldn't get underneath Hamilton. Hamilton goes wide though in the middle of the corner. Got tight. Craven to the bottom. Will get around him and up to 2nd now on the back straightaway. 22 laps to go this time by. Can Craven make a pass on the truck with the clean air? He's got a good run. He stalled out immediately after going a little too far wide off turn 4. We've got a race now. Sam Monty, thanks for tuning in. Big blocks on the back straightaway for Shigeki Hattori. Craven's got a big run in the middle of the corner again. Off turn 4, letting the truck feed wide. 21 to go. Into turn 1, Craven looking for the dive. Can't get underneath him. Good, center of the corner. Hattori tries to throw a block. Craven gets knocked way down to the inside. And still clears Hattori on the back straightaway. Hattori with the crossover into turn 3. He's gonna think about pulling up wide, but they're still side by side. He was not clear yet. Craven side drafts to 9 on the backstretch. A little more contact into turn 1. And Hattori on the defense. Back straightaway. Craven way down low. Hamilton's starting to get a run at these two again. Craven tight off turn 4. Had to lift. And Hamilton's got to run behind him, and he's going to have to block the 120 into turn 1. John Hamilton into the inside wall. He overdrives the corner. He'll lose time. And it's a race between the top two again. On 18 to go this time by. Not enough of a run off the exit of the corner for Craven that time. Trying to back up turns 1 and 2. Good exit. Craven down low underneath Shigeki. Hattori again into turns 3 and 4. Side by side for the lead. More contact into turn 1. And Craven's got the spot off turn 2. Big dive by Hattori. And he might be able to cross Craven over again. Back and forth go the 9 and the 99. Craven on the outside, Hattori down low. Here comes Hamilton. Craven's got to get freight train on the top in the 120 truck of John Hamilton now off turn 2 looking low. Craven with a block. Holds on in front of him. We got a truck blowing up on the inside of the track. The leaders are going to get checked up, and Craven's going to get to the lead on the outside. They checked up big time off turn 4. 15 laps to go, and Ricky Craven's back in the lead. And he's over 3.5 seconds ahead now. Truck got to pit road. We continue to stay green. And this is Craven's race to lose now. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. In that case, Ricky Craven got a bit lucky. Now needs it to stay green. He doesn't even have to run his fastest laps of the race right now. He's just got to run decent laps, and he'll be able to hold on. Halfway out of fuel right now, but these guys are plenty good to the end. Just 13 laps to go. I don't get those kinds of breaks too often, I'll tell you that much. I will take it. Not time to necessarily let the foot off the throttle more, but Craven's got to be feeling good. Hooked down on the bottom. Pretty solid corner for the most part. Down to 11 laps to go. The strategy called to originally get that track position to go from 12th to 1st during green flag pit stops, and then a caution in which he lost a few spots on pit road but got it back on the restart. The lap truck that just blew an engine about 4 laps ago gave Craven the lead on the outside while he was in a 3-truck battle for the lead with Hattori and Hamilton. Craven, who was lucky to be on the outside when they caught the lap truck on the bottom, he was able to just kind of stay in the gas in the middle of the corner and easily get on by. We coming to 9 laps to go this time. How about the run for Ricky Craven? Kind of overdrove corner just a bit. Turn 1, clip the inside wall. Not the first time I've done that. Hopefully it'll be the last. Even with those minor mistakes today, though, Craven still able to have a good run. Can't make those kinds of mistakes at Texas. That's a pretty tricky mile and a half on this game. You hit the apron, you're done, so can't catch the breaks that we have caught in this first race. We'll have no practice or qualifying, have to start from last in that one. But how about Craven going from last to first, even if most of it was on strategy today? Everybody has that same opportunity to try the same strategy Craven did, and they did not. I don't know exactly where Shigeki Hattori and John Hamilton were running earlier on in the race, but they definitely lucked out, at least as of right now, the way things run with that caution coming out, because I don't think they would have had a shot to win. Better hope the 121 truck ain't here. I don't see him anywhere. Saw him once on a restart very early in the race when we had a couple early cautions. But he was already behind me. 6 to go. 2.6 second lead still. Don't have to have the fastest truck, you just got to have a decently fast truck. Sometimes just, again, be in the right place at the right time. Combination of those two things, you can still go to victory lane. 5 laps away from victory for Ricky Craven. He won on the Magic Mile, now trying to win on the Milwaukee Mile. Get the clean sweep if we win at the Monster Mile, but I doubt I'm going to win at Dover. You never know, though. Four to go. Still a little over a 2-second lead. 3 to go at the line this time. No lap traffic anywhere near the 99 of Ricky Craven. It's going to be a pretty good finish. I was looking at the chat a little long there. Completely missed the bottom of the track. It's alright. We got a big enough of a lead. Second place definitely pulling away from some of the other trucks further back. I'm not sure if it's still Hattori or not. We'll find out when that checker flag waves and we get the finishing results. 2 to go. Wonder how many laps Craven led today, if it'll be a chance to lead the most and get the win for the max points day. We'll find out. Yoshi Gaming, thanks for tuning in. And we are going to be down to just 1 lap to go, this time by. Cautions on the final lap. Wow. Coming to the white flag, Craven just clinched the most laps led, and now it is the final lap of the race on top of it. So Craven will get a max points day in this first race despite starting last. Great strategy call to be able to have a better shot at winning, and obviously would not have led the most laps by any means. We didn't go fuel only on that first stop. Checkered flag waving up turn 4. Ricky Craven is going to win at Milwaukee. 4 cautions total in race 1. And don't go anywhere, because race 2 at Texas will be next. Right here on this stream. You won't have to go anywhere. What a streak for Craven. 4 wins in the last 6 races for this 99 truck. Just 4 wins in the first 9 races in general. Solid. Route to hopefully getting Craven his first career Truck Series championship. And we'll take a look at those finishing results from race 1. Hattori fell back there at the very end behind that lap truck. 44 laps led for Craven today. Just 5 more laps than Chase Montgomery, who finished in 3rd. John Hamilton led 1 lap today, finished 2nd. Ron Hornet ended up 4th behind Chase Montgomery. Bobby Hamilton Sr. rounds out the top 10 rounds out the top 5 and 5th. Bill Lester ends up finishing 6th. Marvin Schetz 7th. Spencer Claiborne 8th. Shigeki Hattori fell back to 9th, from 1st and 9th there on that 1 lap. Got stuck behind the lap truck. Everybody else was able to evade, get to the outside, and use the lapper as a pick. He led 16 laps all late in this race, and then Clement rounded out the top 10. Our teammate Todd Clover didn't have such a hot day, finished 22nd, was as high as 7th at one point earlier in the race. And 2 drivers at DNF today were Chad Chafin and Jones. Were the 2 engine failures in this first race, and the only 2 that failed to finish. Take a look at the point standings. I'll update that at the top of the screen as well before we get into this next race. 73 laps in the Silverado. I guess it would technically be 175K. Silverado 175K at Texas, but 73 laps in the second race of our doubleheader tonight. Again, no qualifying or practice for that one, and that will likely be a one-stop race as well. Craven now has a 91-point lead over Chase Montgomery. Montgomery back-to-back top 3. Still looking for his first win of the season, I do believe. Hornaday 112 back in third, the only 3 within 1 race worth of points from each other. So I'll update the points, and then we'll get the next race underway. All right, on to race 2 at Texas Motor Speedway. See if Craven can get as lucky in race 2 as he did in race 1. 4 wins again in the first 9 races for Ricky Craven.
EA Sports welcomes you to the Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Silverado 350K. The narrow groove here at Texas makes passing difficult. It'll be up to these NASCAR.
Passing will be difficult.
To choose their spots carefully and wisely along this very difficult track. We're only moments away from the green flag. Truck racing Texas style is coming up next.
Texas style. All right. Let's get this one underway. I'm gonna check my setup here first. Better safe than sorry. We need all the downforce we can get out of it. Too afraid to mess with the wedge. Well, here we go. Place the T with an S. Yeah, you're not gonna get me to say that. That's not the way it's spelled. Chase Montgomery on the pole for the 3rd straight race. We'll see if this could actually become a win for him. We're underway in race 2 at Texas Motor Speedway. 73 laps. And we'll see if Ricky Craven can maybe play some strategy in this one as well. Big stack up going into turn 1. Had to get on the brakes a little early into the corner. Trying to feel the truck out without any practice or qualifying. The fourth and final 50% race of this Truck Series season. 2 laps in. Montgomery has led the first 2 laps. Driving way up the track in 1 and 2. I'm scared to pass anybody, to be completely honest. This and Charlotte are the 2 most difficult mile and a halves on this game. Cannot touch that apron. Part of the reason why Craven's not getting extremely close to it. Saw some sparks flying up there. Might have been some near contact. Craven just hoping and praying nobody wrecks right in front of him. Oh, a couple trucks nearly making contact. Craven down on the bottom, little contact with Kevin Harvick. About got turned up the track into turns 1 and 2. Definitely seems like from the exit of turn 4 all the way down the front stretch and into turn 1 is where Craven's at his fastest. Trying to back up the corner to keep it down on the bottom a little better in the middle. That's going to help him do that, but he can't complete the pass on Kevin Harvick doing that either. Having an advantage into 3. Over halfway clear, so he's going to try to drive it in a little deeper. Slide job, and the pass is made cleanly that time for Craven from the 99 to the 92. 6 laps complete, all led by Chase Montgomery at the front of the field. Craven's got a run down to the bottom of another race truck into turns 1 and 2. Another clean pass made, and that one was made in one simple corner, and the truck behind him got it to the wall off turn 4 as well. Trying to manage the throttle off turn 4, Craven looking low. Timed it pretty well to get to the bottom. 29.478 that last lap for the 99. Slides clear. Oh my gosh, that was very tight. In the process of him sliding clear. Pass was made though. Couple trucks wide off turn 4. One truck nearly in the wall up there, stacking up the outside. Now one truck did clip the wall for sure on the outside. Craven pretty close, that white line down to the bottom. A little hesitant. Then he ended up tight in the middle of the corner and all the dirty air in front of him with trucks running 2x2 through most of the field still. Gradual contact in 3. Craven's up to 30th one way or another. Most of these passes luckily have been clean as he tries to make his way methodically through the field. Big dive by Craven, cleared the 110 as he falls in line immediately behind him on the bottom. We've got some trucks pitting off turn 4 already. I think the window may be open to make it on fuel to the end of the race. Trucks pitting on lap 10, coming to lap 11. Was not expecting that at all. Craven going a bit wide in the corner, 164 up on the outside. Contact from underneath off turn 4. Craven sideways on the back straightaway. Fishtailing and saves it. Lost a lot of momentum, though, going into turn 3, but boy, what a save from Ricky Craven. My goodness. They were nearly 3 wide And the truck down underneath him clipped him going into the corner. All the smoke from Craven on the back straightaway. I don't know how I kept from wrecking that truck. Shades of Trevor Bayne, whatever year that was in the 6 at Charlotte when he was just like sliding like that on the back straightaway. That was almost identical. Or I think it might have been the front stretch, actually. I just remember Trevor Bayne one year at Charlotte kind of fishtailing like that all the way down the straightaway. That might be my best save all season, any series. And we were... The amount of times I nearly overcorrected it, which made the truck fishtail as much as it did, and I still drove out of it. Oh, man. I mean, I was out of the gas quite a bit, but still. Obviously, because we were getting passed by a lot of trucks, but... To keep that truck from going up the track into another one, or into the wall, or down into the inside wall. And meanwhile, just ran the 117 up into the wall on the outside. Don't lose some positions. Oops, the daisies. If we can go all but 10 laps on fuel, I think I'm going to go fuel only again, just like I did at Milwaukee. I mean, that race we had to make a second stop. I pitted for tires a second time anyway. This is definitely a one-stop race. This pass made by Craven. Stuck in traffic. It's so difficult to pass. I've seen very few passes without any sort of contact whatsoever. Stack up right in front of him in the middle of the corner. Everybody drives out of it. I think that's the 121 truck, actually, that's alongside Ricky Craven. Maybe one truck I'd be all right with squeezing into the wall. The track goes Craven into 1 and 2. Clip the white line. It's all right on somewhat fresher tires at the start of the race. Craven with a big run into turn 1. So difficult. He's been trying to pass the truck in front of him for a while, and that truck in front of him will actually get underneath the 164. Last time Craven tried to pass the 164 truck, he nearly spun out. This time, passes him cleanly through 3 and 4. Actually got 2 trucks in the same corner. And now carries the run on the front stretch to try to pass another one down into 1 and 2. That truck moves up high to try to block the truck on the outside. Back to the bottom. And as soon as that happened, Craven hit a wall of dirty air. Still kept it off the truck to his outside and makes the pass cleanly off turn 2 for 17th. Last to 17th, but we've seen quite a few drivers pit already. Bad block by one truck, one of the fantasy trucks right in front of Ricky Craven that time. Craven got into him, but that was not Craven's fault. He held his line well. Craven trying to block on the front stretch himself now. That was a clean block on the outside and back to the bottom to hit his marks into 1 and 2. Completely chopped that corner off trying to stay in front of him. Did a good job though, held on to it. A really low entry. Alternate through the different camera angles when we get to the start-finish line this time by. Craven 6.3 seconds behind Chase Montgomery, who's led every lap in the early going of the race. The drivers that pitted on lap 10, I mean, they're not going to have much fresher tires than the rest of the field. I can't imagine they're gaining so much time. space themselves a little bit further apart from everybody else. So maybe that's what they were looking for with how congested everything was at the very start. Got the Whoa Nelly truck right in front of us in the 137. I didn't realize that was a sponsor. Whoa Nelly. Fastest lap of the race for Craven that last time, 29.297. That's hauling in a truck at Texas. We get corner through 1 and 2. 37 truck getting blocked on the back straightaway, trying to make the pass down to the bottom into turn 3. Craven going to get underneath them in the middle of 3 and 4 instead. Pretty solid corner for the 99 of Craven. Makes a couple passes that time on the front stretch. All clear, right in line behind the 107 now off the exit of turn 2. Middle of the corner has a run. Still side by side on the front stretch. Contact. Craven went up a little bit as 107 came down just a tad. I think they tried to side draft each other simultaneously. And kind of see those problems at Texas quite a bit on the dog leg on the front stretch. There's definitely been some big crashes there in the past. Craven up to 13th. 6.4 seconds off the lead. It's been a long time, but yeah, I've watched Caddyshack before. Classic golf movie. A Bill Murray classic. Pick up in turns 1 and 2 that time. Quite a ways out of the throttle from middle exit. Middle 2 exit for Craven. Sits in 13th. I mean, I've been looking at the intervals pretty consistently. Even when he's not really battling a truck at the time for position, it seems as if Chase Montgomery in the 18 is pulling away. We're caution-free in this race so far. I don't think we've had a caution-free Truck Series race this season. This 50% race, though, we could see our first caution-free event of the year. In the 10th race of the season, we have 4 cautions in our first race of the night at Milwaukee in that 50%er. We're already down to just 43 laps to go at the start-finish line. A lot of cars still have to make their one and only stop. Somehow there's a way for Craven to get to the halfway mark. Is it possible to stretch this race on fuel? I doubt it. But you never know. And how much will these tires be able to hold up? Slightly accelerated pit window as well. Oh, truck hard into the wall on the outside. He's going to come down the banking. Craven has to go to the apron to miss him, and the caution's out. And this will set up pit stops. Hard lick for the 82. Great awareness by Craven to go to the apron. Up and over goes the 82, sliding down towards the inside retaining wall in the middle of turns 3 and 4, our first caution of the race. Right when I was talking about this race potentially going caution-free, we have a truck flipping down the track in turns 3 and 4. So caution's out. It's going to be a chance to pit for everybody in the field here. And this will be an interesting pit strategy call, to say the least. It's going to be 4 tires and no adjustments. Craven's crew going to have to do a better job than what they did in the Milwaukee race on that late race caution and pit stops there. Looking to capitalize this time around at Texas. And 4 tire stop, no adjustments. '82 cycled out in front of Craven despite bringing out that caution. Quite a few trucks stayed out, but they were all a lap down. Green flag going to be back in the air. And Craven's going to be in 16th, so he lost some spots on pit road. About 3 spots lost for Ricky Craven in the pits. And we'll see how this is going to cycle out. Later loose up off the exit of turn 2. The 107 truck pinched in line right behind him. Craven trying to block down on the bottom. Hangs on with the truck side by side behind him now. Potentially 3 wide off turn 4, and they are. Contact as one truck got squeezed in the wall. Another truck turned into the wall by the 107. That stacks them up. 3 wide off turn 4 didn't work out very well there. Craven did not take off well in this restart either. So 178 trucks out in the lead at the front of the field. Maybe a bit wide off turn 4 that time. Chase Montgomery, this are the first laps for himself that he has not led today. Not sure exactly where he's at in the field. Ricky Craven trying to get up here. Bunched the field together, but his crew losing 4 spots on pit road was not ideal. Montgomery lost the lead in the pits though as well. I think the 121 truck is the one right in front of Ricky Craven. 29.143. Contact right in front of Craven as he splits the middle. Contact made it through, but I don't know how that happened. He had nowhere to go, and that definitely slowed him up. Now had our second caution. Entertainment while you travel to Grand Canyon. Hopefully have a fun trip. Appreciate you tuning in tonight also, Jacob NASCAR. Craven got 1 spot out of that. Man, Craven got blocked off turn 4. Barely kept it off the wall, though. There was some contact between the 2 trucks that stalled the momentum out of Craven. Stuck in the dirty air right behind him with really nowhere to go. He's got to run on the back straightaway, but again, nowhere to go with it. Just 34 laps to go at the start-finish line this time by. Kind of wish that caution didn't come out. I was going to go fuel only, but I wasn't going to do that knowing there was going to be a restart. Broke up any sort of chance that Craven was going to try any kind of a strategy call there to get track position. Craven in 15th right now. The 78 truck still in the lead since the restart. We have a fantasy driver pull off the upset in his 50% race at Texas. Next race of the Truck Series season will be at Daytona. Coming up next week. .100 lap race there. Craven's running lap times when he's in the open, as much open as you can really have in the 15th place position. He is just a bit quicker than that 178 truck at the front of the field. There's so many trucks he's got to pass. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get up there. He's just hoping to get a good finish. Do that, he's still going to have to keep it clean. A little contact up in front of him again. Saw some sparks flying in the middle of 3 and 4. Everybody holds on to it. 29.113 that last lap for Craven, his fastest of the race. Slides it underneath the 30 truck of Chad Chafin. Quickly gets to the bottom underneath another truck in turns 1 and 2. Squeezes that truck into the outside wall. He didn't want to lift. Might have tagged the wall a bit with his right rear corner panel as well, but he hangs on the bottom in front of Chafin. And he's still in 15th. Those were both lap trucks he passed. Got one truck down on the apron and in the pits that just blew an engine. There were lap trucks on the restart that were a lap down. And they're on older tires too, compared to those who have pitted. Craven going to make a pass for 14th. Also passed another lap truck through 3 and 4. He's trying to get up through the field. 110 throwing a block on Terry Cook. They're battling each other up high. Bottom lane left open for Craven. Craven going up the hill a bit. Clears the 110. Oh, 3 wide behind him. They nearly wreck. 110 tried to throw a block on Cook in the middle, and then he clipped the front bumper of Cook's race car, ricocheted into the truck on the bottom. Clearance behind Craven, no pressure now, as he remains in 13th. Right back to where he was prior to the caution. Really hoping it stays green, though, so those lap trucks aren't going to be underneath him again. Clip the apron. He is trying to go for everything right now. New leader at the front of the field as well. I think I see Chase Montgomery's truck up ahead. Definitely not in the lead. Looks to be about 5th or 6th. I think he's in 6th. Missed the bottom lane. He got a bit tight. Dirty air. And kind of similar to Milwaukee, he didn't have the same truck when he wasn't in the lead. Kind of looking like the case in this one at Texas as well. Craven dive bomb to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Had a run, went for it. Can't complete the pass yet, though, off turn 4, trying to keep his momentum up on the front stretch. Into turns 1 and 2. Clips the apron a little bit, hangs onto the truck. Scrubs off a little speed mid-corner. Still can't clear the truck on his outside. Ron Hornaday to the lead in the 6. Craven finally up to 12th. Down to just 25 laps to go at the start-finish line this time by. 2 seconds off the lead is the 99 of Craven. I'd have to think Hornaday's got a decent truck. Definitely faster than probably any of the fantasy trucks that were in front of him. Maybe didn't take off very well in that last restart, though, so he's really hoping it stays green. Oh, he overdrove the corner. I mean, he had to be nearly perfect leading up to that point anyway. Just turned across the front bumper and just spun himself out. He's going to come back across traffic on the back straightaway, but he gassed it up in time to keep from getting ran over. And we've got our second caution of the race. That was just an ill-advised move after a mistake on entry for Ricky Craven. He got a piece of the inside wall, but very lightly with the left rear corner panel he hit it, so doesn't really have hardly any damage. Very fortunate everybody missed him at full speed to the outside on the backstretch, though. So caution number 2, we're going to have a late race restart. And going to have a little less than 20 to go, I'd have to imagine, when we go green. Lap trucks again on the inside of the lead lap truck. Green flag back in the air. Craven had to have abused his tires. 20 to go. Hornaday trying to survive on the restart with the lap trucks underneath him. Craven trying to block for his life from trucks behind him. He gets sandwiched by the 133. Big block on the back straightaways. He tries to hold on. In front of him, he goes wide in the middle of the corner. Just trying to play defense the first lap and a half or so after the restart because the truck does not take off well. Now he about turned himself right in front of some of the trucks, and this has just been a terrible restart for Ricky Craven. That was a caution he did not need. Now he's back in traffic, and he's back in 20th. Getting ran over on the restart. It's just a product of them trying to go 2 and 3 wide behind him with major runs because Craven can't take off well in the restarts. Didn't know what lane to pick, and his decision was too late on a couple occasions. Now he's 5.2 seconds off the lead. He was just 2 seconds off the lead before that caution came out, and obviously in 12th, and now he's back to 20th, make that 19th. Bobby Hamilton to the lead on the restart now. Regine Huddleston, thanks for tuning in. Craven was close to a top 10. Might have had a shot. You never know what could happen here late, but probably have to assume his chances are slim to none now. Although still got a couple of field passes left. We have not used any of them in this second race, so we'll go back to Todd Kluver in the 50. Shenanigans? Question mark? I don't even know where Kluver's at right now. He could be behind Craven, and he is not. And actually, Craven, I should say Kluver rather, in 6th. Gassed it up in the middle of the corner. Oh, he was not clear. They were 3 wide, and that truck moved up thinking that he might have been clear of Todd Kluver. He ended up in the wall. Kluver still trying to catch his truck. That was just unfortunate. I'll let these guys go underneath. We're going to try to help Ricky Craven out as much as possible here. We'll try to help him out. Down to 13 laps to go at the start-finish line. Chase Montgomery back to the lead on Bobby Hamilton. Mentioned this is now the 3rd straight pole for Chase Montgomery coming into this race. And he's looking to capitalize with it by going to victory lane. We'll swap back to Ricky Craven. Briefly, at least. Craven in 18th now. Wasn't in on some of the trucks up ahead. We'll have 10 to go this time by at the line. Craven's got to run off turn 2. Just gets to the inside. Battle for position into 3. Craven's got the spot. He's up to 17th and clear off turn 4. Moves high to block. And back to Kluver in the 50 again.
Alright, consider it done.
Alright, 2 laps with the 50 truck. Gonna try to hold everybody up. Get Craven back into this. This is gonna be the final time I'm ever gonna do this, by the way. So 9 laps to go. We're going to have to try to pick up a little bit of speed, just deciding on when he wants to do it. Bobby Hamilton battling for the lead with Chase Montgomery back and forth off the restart. I'd have to assume Ron Hornaday's likely still there as well. And he's stacking them up. They're double wide. This is going to be pretty difficult. Clover to hang on in front of everybody. Bobby Hamilton to the outside. Couldn't get around Kluver. Kluver hanging on in front of him. And Bobby Hamilton's going to drive away. Come on, Craven. I really hope Craven gets through this. Is he smart enough to get through? We got some trucks down on the apron trying to make some passes. Chase Montgomery's not going to win this race, by the way. Oh, I see Craven. Oh, I didn't even put the 18 in the wall. I saw Craven. I wanted to let him go. One truck down on the bottom. It clips the apron. Montgomery's up into the wall again. Craven's got a shot at a top 10 still. A lot of lap cars around him, though, too. Not as much as lead lap cars. Even tight in the dirty air, though. I guess the 82 underneath him would cause that first caution earlier in the race. Todd Kluver up on the outside, stacking up quite a few trucks. Three wide into the corner now. Craven got 2 positions out of that. To 17th. As he clears Kluver. That's not what I was talking about, live commentary. That's not what I was talking about. No, that... I'll actually be doing live commentary for the Homestead race tomorrow. I wasn't originally planning on doing so, but I will be doing live commentary for that race. So tune in tomorrow. 2 p.m., I believe, Eastern Standard Time will go live. I'll confirm that at the end of this race. 3 laps to go. Oh, Terry Cook's for position just up ahead for Ricky Craven. Maybe a top 15 finish. Second race definitely has not gone his way. Cook up the track. Made a mistake. Craven checked up so much to keep from running into Terry Cook. Oh, we got trouble. Cars are around. Oh, and Craven gets clipped. He tried to gas it up to miss everybody. And he just got turned going into turn 1. Yellow's out with 2 laps to go. Big wreck on the front stretch. At Texas, nowhere to go. Man, he almost cleared everybody. That would have been quite a few spots. And just got clipped by the 120 of John Hamilton, who came back down the racetrack. Not sure how that started. big piece missing out of the right side of the Craven's race car. This race may end under caution. Craven's hoping it does because he's got a severely damaged race truck after that hit. Green flag back in the air, but we might be getting the checker at the line, and we will. Ron Hornaday going to win the race under caution. 17th for Ricky Craven. Didn't get any spots in that wreck there on the second to last lap of the race, but the race will end under yellow. 3 cautions in our second race tonight at Texas. And Ron Hornaday is going to get a win. And for Hornaday, that is his first win of the Truck Series season, which now means that we have had 7 different winners in the first 10 races for the Truck Series. Not bad at all. Yeah, 7 winners in 10 races. The only driver to win more than once was Craven with 4 wins. Alright, let's see here. Marvin Cheth ends up finishing in second place tonight. 12 laps led, by the way, for Hornaday after starting second. But Cheth ends up... Cheth ends up finishing second. Bobby Hamilton Sr. ends up finishing third. Van Dyke fourth. And then Eubanks rounds out the top 5 in fifth. Parker 6th. Jackson 7th. Bill Lester in 8th. Deborah Renshaw 9th. Chase Montgomery ended up finishing in 10th place with 32 laps led. He led the most laps in today's race. He has led the most laps in 2 of the last 3 races. And led the second most laps by just 5 less than Craven, who led the most at Milwaukee. He's got 3 straight top 10s, second, third, and a 10th in these last 3 races, but with 3 poles and leading as many laps as he has led, it's crazy he has still not gotten the win yet. And he does have 1 win on the season. He won back at Charlotte on the last 50% mile-and-a-half race. And this one, the last for the season. So all the rest of the Truck Series races for this custom schedule season will be 100% races. Let's see here. 0.2 of a second margin of victory. 49 minutes, 9 seconds for the second race tonight. 11 lead changes. Again, 3 cautions for 7 caution laps. 133.66 miles an hour average race speed for this second race. Congrats to Hornaday getting the win. 17th, unfortunately, though, for Ricky Craven. We'll see what the point standings look like. And Daytona will be the next race of the Truck Series season. And that will be, again, a full 100% race, so it will be 100 laps for the Daytona 250. KRC still be broadcasting Miami Homestead commentating? Yes. That's the plan. The new plan, but it is a plan. Gregson won the Xfinity race at Homestead. Awesome. What a hot streak he's on lately. Craven still remains in the points lead. A win and a 17th in both races tonight. That's the first race he has finished outside the top 10 since the second race of the year at Michigan, where he finished 32nd. So we had 7 straight top 10s going into that race. 6 top 3s and 7 straight top 10s in the last 7 races. Unfortunately, though, finished 17th in the second race of the doubleheader tonight. All good things must come to an end eventually. Fortunately for Craven, that top 10 streak came to an end tonight. Thought it was going to be in the first race the way things were looking there, and honestly, until that first caution came out, I thought that Craven was going to be in great shape to at least get a good finish again. I was going to try going fuel only with the fact that we would have only had 10 extra laps on our tires versus everybody else. I felt like that was going to be the right strategy call, but unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to make the green flag stop because the caution came out about halfway through this 50% race and ended up having a few of them there late, as you saw. But Ricky Craven ends up with the points lead still, again, 39 points over Hornaday, who is now in second after getting his first win of the season at Texas. So that's going to end tonight's stream. Again, tune in tomorrow afternoon for live commentary of the NASCAR Cup Series Round of 8 playoff race, the second race of the Round of 8 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Looking at the start time real quick, so I know when we will be going live tomorrow. 2 o'clock is when we'll be going live. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. The race will start at 2:30 on the big NBC, but tune in for more live commentary coverage. And as far as the next NASCAR video game stream, that will be still tomorrow night. Plan on doing NASCAR 06 Cup Series racing for some reason there is a rain delay of some sort tomorrow during the Cup race, or any sort of rain issues, then we will just postpone that stream to another night, and we'll just only do the live commentary stream. But the plan is to hopefully do a NASCAR 06 Watkins Glen stream later tomorrow night after the race as well. So be sure to hit that like button again if you haven't done so already. 17 likes on the stream thus far. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content, and I will see you guys tomorrow during the race. Enjoy, everybody. Have a good rest of your Saturday night. Go Blue.